Now, suppose you have a 20 rupees note, that the 20 rupees that is written on that note, that is called the denomination of the note. So suppose if you have some 20 rupee notes and you have some 5 rupee notes in your pocket, okay, and you total them up to 380. So how many 20 rupee notes and how many 5 rupee note do you have? I don't know. So what I'll do is I say let the number of 20 rupee notes be X and the number of rupees 5 notes be Y. Okay, now suppose if you have 3 20 rupees notes and 4 5 rupee notes, how much do you have? Suppose 20 rupee notes in your pocket, you have say 3 20 rupee notes and you have 4 5 rupee notes. Then what is the money that you have? You have 20 into 3 plus 5 into 4, isn't it? This much money you have in your pocket. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So if you have 20 rupee X 20 rupee notes and a Y number of 5 rupee notes, then what is the total money? Total amount? Total original amount? 20X plus 5Y. Right? How much is given? Which amount to rupees 380. So according to this problem, if you have X 20 rupee notes and if you have Y 5 rupee notes, this is equal to 380. So 20X plus 5Y must be equal to 380. Okay. So now we can take out a 5 here, the common factor, we get 4X plus Y is equal to 380. So you get 4X plus Y is equal to 380 by 5. Means you get 4X plus Y is equal to 76. We call this equation number 1. This is the first simultaneous equation that I have formed with the help of the first information given. That is the amount amounts to rupees 380. Now see the next condition. If the number of notes of each kind is interchanged, now how much do you have? Initially you had X 20 rupee notes. Now we have Y number of 20 rupee notes and X number of 5 rupee notes. So what is that amount here? Total amount here is 20X, 20Y, because you have Y 20 rupee notes. So you have 20Y plus 5X, right? This is the total amount that you have now. Okay. The amount to rupees 60 less than the amount to rupees 60 less than less as before. So 60 less, how much initially you had? Initially you had 380 rupees, right? Now when you interchange the number of notes, how much amount do you have? This amount 20Y plus 5X is less by 60. 380 you had originally, and now you have 380 minus 60, right? So this will give you a second equation. You can take the factor 5 common.
Excuse me, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, from where this 60 came?
If you see in the question, it says 60 rupees less as before. As before means before how much do you have? 380. So 60 less as before means 380 minus 60. Clear?
Okay, sir.
So this is 320 divided by 5. So 4Y plus X, you are getting 64. This is your second equation. Okay, so write down the two equations together. And then you will see how to solve it, whether you want to solve it by substitution or whether you want to solve it by elimination.
Excuse me, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, can you explain how you got the second equation once again?
If you read the second part of the sentence here, if you read this part, if the number of notes of each kind is interchanged, the amount is 60 less as before. Now here I have initially how much 20 rupee notes I had? X, right? Now I have, because I'm interchanging the number of notes, now I have Y number of 20 rupee notes, right? And initially how much 5 rupee notes I had? Y. Now I have X number of 5 rupee notes. So what is the total amount if I have this? And what is it said here? That the new amount that you get is 60 less than the original amount. What was the original amount? 380. So the new amount is 380 minus 60. Now is it clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So now these two are the equations. Which method should you use to solve it? You see that the coefficient of y here is 1. Okay. And which method should you use? You can use either method actually. Um, if you see the coefficient of x here is 4 and the coefficient of x here is 1. Okay, let's solve by substitution method. Substitution method will be okay. So from 1, y is equal to 76 minus 4x. Putting in 2. We get 4y, 4 times, put the value of y, 76 minus 4x plus x is equal to 64. So now that means this will be 304 minus 16x plus x is equal to 64. 304 minus 15x is equal to 64. That means 304 minus 64 is equal to 15x. And how much is 304 minus 64? It is 330, I think. Isn't it? 330 or
Sir, it's 240. Sir,
240?
240.
Okay, 240. It's 240. That means x will be equal to 240 by 15. You can cancel with 5. Then you can cancel with 3. So you get x is
Sir,
equal
it
to
will be 16.
so 16. So initially, how much money do you have? How many 20 rupee notes you have? You had 16 20 rupee notes initially. Okay, let's find out the value of y also. So put the value of x in 1. Putting x is equal to 16 in 1. We get 4x, 4 into x plus y is equal to 76. That means we get 64 plus y is equal to 76. Means y is equal to 76 minus 64. Means y is equal to 12. So initially you had 16 20 rupee notes and 12 5 rupee notes. Now what is the question here? The question here is find the number of notes of each denomination. So that's what. So you had 16 20 rupee notes and you had 5 12 rupee notes. Hence the answer is x is equal to 16, y is equal to 12. That's it. Any question here? If you have
No, sir.
if you have any question in between that you are unable to solve, let me know either today or tomorrow or whatever at a later date, because I'll be solving those problems that are mostly important for you. Okay, and if you are solving all the problems or most of the other problems, and if you are having problems, then you can ask. Okay. So this finishes with number 8. Now, this I don't think you are able to see properly. Just let me make it a little bigger for you. Is this okay? Now you can read. Now you can read, right? So now we'll do number 11. Question here is, if the numerator of a certain fraction is increased by 2 and the denominator by 1, numerator increased by 2 and denominator increased by 1, the fraction becomes equal to 5 by 8. And if the numerator and denominator are diminished means decreased, okay, or subtracted by 1, the fraction becomes equal to half. Find the fraction. I say let the numerator and denominator of the original
Sir,
fraction. Tell me.
sir, Vivek is asking why you removed him. Let him enter, sir. He's asking me.
Let the numerator and denominator see, because he was not using his name, that's why I removed it. Okay. So
Okay, sir.
let the numerator and denominator of the original fraction be x and y respectively. So I assume the numerator to be x and the denominator to be y. So therefore, what is the original fraction? Original fraction is x by y, right? Now see what are the conditions given. If the numerator of the fraction, that in the original fraction, is increased by 2 and the denominator by 1. So new fraction when numerator is increased by 2 and denominator by 1 is equal to, now original fraction, you are increasing the numerator by 2 and the denominator by 1. What does the fraction become equal to? It is given fraction becomes equal to 5 by 8. So according to this problem, this fraction here becomes equal to 5 by 8. Now you cross multiply, you will get the first equation. Minus 11. This is equation number 1. Okay. Now we want to form the second equation. So we'll look at the second condition given. What is the second condition? If the numerator and denominator are each diminished or subtracted by 1, the fraction becomes equal to half. So now we'll see new fraction when the numerator and denominator are each diminished by 1 is equal to, original fraction was what? X by y. So now I'm increasing, reducing the numerator by 1 and I'm also reducing the denominator by 1. So if you see in this problem, what is the new fraction becoming? Half. So this fraction must be equal to half. So according to the problem, x minus 1 by y minus 1 is equal to half. Now you can solve this equation. Twice cross multiply, twice x minus 1 is equal to 1 into y minus 1, simply y minus 1. Hence you get 2x minus 2 is equal to y minus 1. Hence you get 2x minus y is equal to 2 minus 1. Hence you get 2x minus y is equal to 1. This is your second equation. Now write the two equations together and then check which method to use. So we have 8x minus 5y is equal to minus 11, and you have 2x minus y is equal to 1. Call this 1 and call this 2. Okay. Now you see the coefficient of y here in the second equation is 1 or minus 1, right? So we can also use your substitution method here also. So from 2, what can you get? 2x minus 1 is equal to y. This is what you're getting. So putting this value into putting this value in 1, we get 8x minus 5, and y here is 2x minus 1 is equal to minus 11. Now you can solve this equation. 8x minus 10x plus 5 is equal to minus 11. You get minus 2x plus 5 is equal to minus 11. You get minus 2x is equal to minus 11 minus 5. You get minus 2x is equal to minus 16. That means you get x is equal to minus 16 by minus 2. That means you're getting x is equal to 8. Minus minus will cancel, 2 will cancel here. You get x is equal to 8. And what should be the value of y? Put the value of x in equation number 2, you will get the value of y. So putting x is equal to 8 into, we get 2x minus y. 2 into x minus y is equal to 1. And we get 16 minus y is equal to 1. Means 16 minus 1 is equal to y. That means you're getting y is equal to 15. Right? So you have got the numerator x and you have got the denominator y of the original fraction. So therefore, what was the original fraction? That is what they had asked. See the question. The question is find the fraction. Right? So what is the original fraction? Hence, original fraction is equal to x by y. The original fraction was 8 by 15. Any question here? No question?
No, sir. No, sir.
Proceed with the next problem then. And the next problem will be number 14. Let's read the problem and try to understand first. The question here is a number of 2 digits exceeds means is more than. Okay, the word exceed means is more than. A number of 2 digits exceeds 4 times the sum of its digits by 6. This is the first condition. This will give you your first equation. And if you see, the second condition is given also, and it is increased by 9 on reversing the digits. Find the number. Okay, which one? What is increased by 9? The difference. Okay, the difference of the digits is increased by 9 on reversing the digits. So I start by saying, let the tens digit of the original number, let the tens and units digit of the original number be x and y respectively. If you remember back in class 8, I had told you about the usual representation and the generalized representation. when working with variables, when working with x and y, we use the generalized representation. So what is the 2-digit number, original number? If the tens digit is x and the units digit is y, then the original number is 10 into x plus y. This is the original number. What is the sum of the digits of the original number? Is equal to x plus y. This is the sum of the digits. Now see, now read the problem. It says a number of 2 digits exceeds is more than 4 times the sum of its digits. So this number of 2 digits is more than the sum of the digits by how much? By 6. Is it clear to everyone? Is this part clear to everyone?
Yes,
Excuse me,
sir.
sir.
Tell me.
Sir, can you please explain it once again?
See, if you read this question, it says a number of 2 digits exceeds 4 times the sum of its digits by 6. Number of 2 digits. What is the number of 2 digits here? 10x plus y. Exceeds the 4 times the sum. Okay, so this is 4 times the sum. So this is 4 times the sum. What is 4 times the sum? 4 times the sum of the digits is 4 into x plus y, because the sum of the digits is x plus y. You understood?
Yes, sir.
So that means I can write the original number minus 4 times the sum of the digits must be equal to 6, because the number of 2 digits is greater than the 4 times the sum of the digits by how much? By 6. That is why 10x minus 4 times x plus y is equal to 6. This will give our first equation. Let's simplify this and get our equation. 10x plus y minus 4x minus 4y is equal to 6. So 10x minus 4x is going to give you 6x, and y minus 4y is going to give you 3y is equal to 6. That means now you can take 3 out to get 2x minus y is equal to 6. That means you get 2x minus y is equal to 6 divided by 3. Hence you get 2x minus y is equal to 3. Call this equation number 1. Okay. Now we'll look at the second condition that is given.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, it would be 2.
Which one?
2x
2x.
minus
Oh,
y
okay.
is equal to
6
2.
divided by 2. Okay. This should be 2. So this is our first equation. Now we'll look at the second condition that is given. What is the second condition? If you see, it is increased by 9 on reversing the digits. What is increased by 9? The difference of the digits. That means the difference that I have taken here, this is increased by 9 when I reverse the digits. So first let us write down the original number with the digits reversed. Original number with the digits reversed. Is equal to, now x was the tens digit and y was the units digit. Now y becomes the tens digit when I'm reversing the order of the digits, and x becomes the tens digit. So this number is 10y plus x. Is this part clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now see what happens. Read this question once again. On reversing the digits, the number is increased by 9 on reversing the digit. That means this difference, the same difference that we are taking, 4 times the sum of the digits, this is increased by 9. So according to this problem, now when I am reversing the order of the digits and taking the difference with the sum of the digits, this is getting increased by 9. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So this will give our second equation. 10y plus x minus 4x minus 4y is equal to 9. You need to read the problem carefully, because solution, once you have framed the equations, solving the equations is not a big problem. So you get 6y minus 3x is equal to 9. So now from here you can take 3 common, you get 2y minus x is equal to 9. So you get 2y minus x is equal to 9 by 3. Means you get 2y minus x is equal to 3. This is our second equation. Now we'll write the two equations together, and then we'll see which method we can use. So we have 2x minus y is equal to 2. This is our first equation. And what we'll do is, when writing the second equation, we'll write x first. So I can write the second equation as minus x plus 2y is equal to 3. Now I'll see which method to use. Okay, I think elimination method will be better, right? So in order to eliminate y, what should I do? I must multiply this by 2. So I'm multiplying this by 2. This becomes 4x minus 2y is equal to 4. And the second one I write as it is. This I multiply by 1. So minus x plus 2y is equal to 3. Now you see that I have minus 2y and a plus 2y. So I add these two equations, because then only then they will get cancelled. So I add so that it cancels. So you get 4x minus x will be 3x is equal to this you get as 7. Okay. This should not come 7. This should be divisible actually. Okay. It's increased by 9. This is okay. And it is increased by 9 on reversing the digits. Okay. Just give me a minute.